Joseph was just 17 years old when everything went wrong. He was close to his father, Jacob. Everyone knew it. His father gave him a special coat, something that clearly set Joseph apart from the rest of his brothers. But what Joseph didn't realize was that favor can attract jealousy. Joseph also had dreams, big dreams. Dreams where his brothers bowed before him and even his parents stood in awe. Joseph didn't fully understand what the dreams meant, but his brothers understood enough to feel threatened. And that's when the tension began to grow. One day, Joseph's father sent him to check on his brothers while they were working far from home. Joseph went without hesitation, not knowing this simple trip would change his life forever. When his brothers saw him coming from a distance, something snapped. They didn't see their brother anymore. They saw someone they wanted gone. They grabbed Joseph, took off his coat, and threw him into a deep pit. Joseph cried out, confused and afraid, but no one came to help him. Instead, his brothers sold him to traders passing by. In a single moment, Joseph lost his family, his freedom, and his future. He was taken to Egypt as a slave. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to a powerful man named Potiphar. Even as a slave, Joseph worked hard. God was with him, and everything he did went well. Soon, Joseph was trusted with everything in Potiphar's house. But just when life seemed to improve, it collapsed again. Joseph was falsely accused of something he didn't do and thrown into prison. From favored son to slave to prisoner. Still, Joseph didn't give up. While in prison, Joseph met people who were troubled by dreams they couldn't understand. God helped Joseph explain the dreams, and everything happened exactly as he said. But even after helping others, Joseph was forgotten. Days passed, months passed, years passed. Then one night, the ruler of Egypt, Pharaoh, had dreams that terrified him. No one could explain them. That's when Joseph was remembered. Joseph was brought out of prison and stood before Pharaoh. God helped him understand the dreams. 7 years of plenty were coming, followed by 7 years of famine. Joseph didn't just explain the dreams, he gave a plan to prepare. Pharaoh saw wisdom in Joseph and placed him in charge of all Egypt, second only to himself. In one day, Joseph went from prison to power. Years later, the famine arrived just as Joseph had warned. Food was scarce everywhere, but Egypt was prepared. People came from all over the world for food. One day, Joseph's brothers arrived. They didn't recognize him, but Joseph recognized them instantly. The brothers who betrayed him now depended on him to live. Joseph had the power to get revenge, but instead he chose forgiveness. He told them something powerful. You meant this for harm, but God used it for good to save many lives. Joseph brought his family to safety, and because of him, nations survived. Joseph's story reminds us that setbacks don't cancel purpose. Betrayal doesn't end destiny, and what feels like the worst chapter of your life might be setting you up for something greater than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more powerful stories that still matter today.